Day One Journey, episode 1486. What is so bad with letting things happen? Well, it's a good question. What is so bad? Well, it depends. It depends where and how. What's the context? What's the reality? What's happening? Sometimes I think it's a good time to sort of let things happen. I have this example in my mind that for example, you want to have some clarity in your life. So let's say everything is moving around so fast, so you can think about a lake. So let's say the water in the lake are rushing, and like let's say it's a very quiet lake, and then you take your hand and you just sort of create a whatever you call it, like a swirl or something, yeah. And then you can't actually see into the water. Now, the best idea, if you want to have clarity, the best idea is just to sit and wait. Let it happen. Yeah? Don't mess with it, Sometimes you need to trust the process. You put the seed in the ground, you put water, and then you need to just wait. So there's some kind of a cycle of execution and then letting it happen. This involves a lot of, it has a lot to do with awareness, of understanding of processes. This is what I control, and this is beyond my control. So now I wait, now I observe, now I listen, now I consume the information, so I can figure out things later. So yeah, I push, and then I hold back, I see, I reflect. So it's not just about letting things happen or making things happen. This is all or nothing debate. So it's not just about that. I think the answer is in the 50 grades of shades, 50 shades of gray, just in the middle. So what is so bad with letting things happen? So I'll share with you my idea with a specific context. When it's so bad letting things happen. Well, when you know what you want to do, you know what needs to be done to get there, and it's about you doing something, and you hold yourself back from doing it just because you are afraid of the confrontation or the challenge. Well, I think it's a bad idea to just let things happen. Or, well, if you tell yourself, well, I let things happen, and actually you just afraid of doing the action, it's not really letting things happen, it's just not executing when you know it's best for you to execute. So I think it's a lot of, self-awareness, letting things happen. Why would you wait if you're the one that needs to do the action? Now, maybe you're not the one who needs to do the action. So sometimes in my life, in friendship and relationships, I figured out what I wanted to do. So I had a previous relationship that it was important to me to showcase what it would be like for them with me in a relationship. So I demonstrated that. This is what I wanted to do. Now, what's next? Well, I let it happen, sort of. I waited while observing what the other side was doing. Some people might call it a test. Yes, it was a test. Some people might call it I judged them. Of course I judged them. I judged them based on a future decision I would make if I want them in my life or not. So yes, I judge. I judge things when it's relevant to me in my life. I don't just pass judgment on random people. Yeah, I pass judgment because I want to make decisions about my own life. So maybe this question, why is so bad letting things happen or making things happen? I think it's about being passive and being active. I think there's times in life that it's best to be a little bit passive, if you're not sure what's the course of action, if you want to observe, if you want to learn a little bit more about other people. Sometimes it's good to sit and relax and don't let things happen. Things don't just happen. People do stuff, yeah? Now, sometimes you want to see how things played out. You want to have a little bit more perspective. So not doing something, sometimes it's a good idea. Yeah? When it's so bad to letting things happen, well, it's bad to lie to yourself, yeah? To say to yourself, well, I let things happen, when truly you know that you are the person that needs to execute, you know? Let's say that there's a girl or a guy that you are interested in, yeah? And you say, well, I let things happen, you know? Well, there's a risk, yeah? If you don't engage with something, yeah, there's a risk of they ignoring you, or they forgetting about you, or of course there's strategies, there's way that you can communicate, so you can approach, and then you can wait, and you can everything can be effective based on the situation. Yeah, waiting a little bit, and then it's a strategy, it's based on the incident. But if you know there's something that you can do that holds probably no risk at all, and you choose not to do it, well, if you chose, it's about awareness. If you know that you chose not to do it for the right reasons, well, so you chose it. Yeah, you chose not to take action. What is so bad with letting things happen? Well, when my friend asked me this question, she had in mind the two different mindsets: a mindset of letting things happen, and a mindset of making things happen. I would say probably that I have the making things happen mentality. But, you know, it depends how this is when I think about a person that I want to have as a friend or as a partner in life. Yeah, I guess I want them to have more tendency to make things happen. Yeah. But me figuring out what they are like has a lot to do with, you know, see how they behave in moments of challenges and adversities, and like, what do they do? Yeah? Do they step up? Yeah? And do something when it's necessary, when it's important? Or they just sit back telling themselves, having excuses not to execute? Yeah? I don't feel so excited being around people that make excuses all the time why they don't do what they know it's best for them to do. Whether they call it let it happen or make it happen, well, it's definitions. These are definitions. What's important to me is to surround myself with people that are excited about life. They have some kind of good awareness of what excites them in life, or what they want, or, you know, and they do take a proactive approach when there's things that they can actually do to get them where they want to be. Notice, to get them where they want to be. If they don't know where they want to be, like the journey of their lives, so they can still be in the process of figuring out where they want to be. And if they're not excited about anything in life, and they're not, well, that might be as well a turnoff. Either way, these were my thoughts about it. Have an amazing day, day one. See you tomorrow.